Good morning, entrepreneurs, and welcome to season 8, show number 148. Happy Friday, or Friday, if you choose to say it that way, July 10th, 2026. I'm your host, Kim White, and I'm joined today by the beautiful mama outspoken herself, Jill Olish. Good morning, Jill-O.
Good morning, Kim. I am very happy to be kicking off season 8 with you today in the co-host seat. So thanks so much.
We're going to have a good time today, Jill.
We definitely are. But before we go any further, I wanted to say to those tuning in, if you want to be or are an entrepreneur or business owner who wants less chaos and more celebration in your business, this is your place. GME is for the ones who are building real businesses in real life, who are tired of being lectured at and would rather have honest conversations, practical help, and a little fun along the way. Every show, you will hear from our roving reporters, each bringing a different angle of business and life, so you don't have to do this alone or figure it all out from a highlight reel. If you're looking for simple language, real strategies, and a community that actually celebrates your progress, you're in the right spot. Join us now as we head into Entrepreneur Land.
Well, today's theme to kick off season 8 is celebrate. Celebrate means pausing to recognize and honor what's going well, the progress you've made, the milestones you've reached, and the moments that matter. It's how we signal to ourselves and others, this counts. Celebration isn't just about parties or rewards. It's a deliberate practice of noticing wins, expressing gratitude, so important, and reinforcing the behaviors and choices we want more of.
And we're not just talking about confetti and big announcements. We are talking about noticing the proof that you are actually building something. The tiny wins, the quiet progress, the people walking with you, even the courage it takes to keep showing up when it's not flashy yet. All through today's show, you're going to hear different ways entrepreneurs celebrate their bodies, their milestones, their relationships, and their work, so you too can start seeing more of what's already working in your own business.
And stick around to the end because we will be sharing the 3x3 celebration challenge to help you celebrate. I also want to just put a little disclaimer on here. As always, we're headed into the Chronicles, which is our version of celebrating our wins, but it's not for you to think we're being braggy. It's so that you can see what's possible when you keep track of things. I think this is important. And this one is bigger than usual, Jill. You did a great job with it, but it's bigger than usual because we've been gone for, a few weeks and all of that added up. So this was not a 1 week Chronicles, y'all. We want to make sure we did not do all this in 1 week.
Thank you, Kim and team. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. I am Jill Olish, and I've got your community updates. The GME Chronicles is our space to celebrate how we're moving the needle in our businesses. We share these numbers out loud, not to show off, but to show what's possible when we build and grow together. To catch you up, here's what's been happening around the community. Our leaders and creators have been hosting classes, workshops, and gatherings that keep us moving forward in life and business. Take a look at some of the events and activities from the last few weeks. Inside My Sexy Business, the community has been buzzing with masterminds, live sessions, and special gatherings to support you as you build a business you actually want to own. Here are a few of the highlights from the past few weeks in the My Sexy Business community. On the content front, we saw new releases from our writers and creators, adding more stories, strategies, and support for you to plug into throughout the weeks. On the live stream front, our community has been showing up with live shows, special events, and new clips, including broadcasts from My Sexy Business on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to the My Sexy Business YouTube channel so you're never missing an upcoming show or new clips. On the podcast side, head to your favorite podcatcher to listen to shows hosted by podcasters from our community. You can connect with all of our roving reporters through the GME directory. Just head to mysexybusiness.com/GME and look for the big red button. Check out the amazing total from the past few weeks of 214, making our grand total 7,747, all done collectively by this community in just 4 years and counting. We're looking forward to sharing even more updates next week. If you're ready to join in on the fun around here, we invite you to join us at these events, activities, and inside the My Sexy Business community. Back to you in the GME studio.
Wow, is all I have to say to that, Jill. So cheers to the numbers.
I know we were too excited to come on today that we forgot our mugs. But
here's our imaginary mugs. It's amazing to see those numbers, though. It is incredible to know that the community is still showing up and they're still doing the things that people are following them for. There's a huge following for this community, and it just makes me so proud. And thank you for putting that together.
Yeah, it was very fun and good to get back into the role of playing the organizer for all that. But anyway, we got some more things to celebrate today.
We do. I think the first one is one of the most fun holidays of the entire year, and that is International Entrepreneurial Adventure Month. It's June 1st through the 30th, and we think it is a beautiful journey whenever you are, going down this road, but it is an adventure because the path curves, there's ups and downs, all the things. So happy International Entrepreneurial Adventure Month, Jillo.
Yes, it was a good month for that.
Then we have Yvonne Marchese's podcast. We are celebrating with her 6 years podcasting. Is so amazing. And we just want to say congrats, Yvonne, because 280 plus episodes is nothing to sneeze at. Most people don't make it past their first 10. So incredible. Happy birthday, late bloomer living with the host, Yvonne Marchese. Then we have another shout out for a birthday that is actually a birthday, and that is June the 11th. Connie, and I feel terrible. I don't know if I'm saying it right or not. Connie, you are the sweetest human. Connie Macchia, her birthday is June 11th, and we want to celebrate her. She's a beautiful human, and I'm sorry if I butchered your last name. She has joined us for the vision board party and spent time with us in the community, and we love her. So
happy birthday, Connie.
Happy birthday. And then we have another birthday for a beautiful, beautiful lady, and that's Holly Totten. Holly's birthday is June the 20th. We love you, Holly Totten, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And then we have our very own roving reporter, Kat Corchado, has a birthday this month. It's June the 24th, and we have a little something to share about her.
This is freaking fabulous, Kat Corchado, fit together, stronger forever.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, 'cause you're awesome. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Kat. And let us make this clear. We are giving shout outs for birthdays that have passed, but we didn't get to give them in the last season because they were too far out. Yeah. So we want to just acknowledge we know what the date is, but we don't want to miss anybody's shout outs. So our next shout out is to David White. It's his birthday. June 25th was his birthday. And David, we love you and happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And then we have another sweet fella's birthday, and that is Declan. Declan, he was June 28th, but we don't have a picture, but we do have his mama. So mama's here to say happy birthday to Declan.
And I will pass along the message.
Love you, Declan. And then we have Cindy Lou Miller's birthday, July the 2nd. That one just passed. So, Cindy Lou, we love you. We're glad you're in our life, and happy birthday. And then we're not running out of shout outs today. So, another thing that was born in Frisco, Texas, and I'm saying a thing you'll understand in a second. On July 4th, 4 years ago, something was born that we think is a whole lot of fun. So you guys take a little look at this little video celebrating.
What does a wow look like?
This wonder on this winding road in front of me.
What does a wow look like?
So my husband and I, my sexy cowboy and I, were with Donna when the Donna was born. That's the name of that dance. It was 4 years ago, the 4th of July. We had so much fun. So you'll hear my husband laughing in the background because that was the moment it was born. So happy birthday to the Donna, who was born in Frisco, Texas, and went global quickly. And then the last shout out is Independence Day. So July 4th just passed, and we want to stop and celebrate because it's 250 years from the time our country was born. And we just want to give a shout out that we love everybody, and we hope that it was a time of celebration for you. So we have a little video of that. And it doesn't have any music. I wanted to put music, but I didn't. So, of course, it had to have a horse in it for Troy. But happy 250th.
Love it. Happy Independence Day.
Whew. So if you can't tell that today's theme is celebrate, hold on, there's more, but we're starting closer than you might expect. Before we talk about big launches or major wins, what about the tiny ordinary moments you're racing past? Our first roving reporter, Jill Olish, my beautiful co-host from Mama Entrepreneur segment, is bringing us a reminder about what happens when we don't pause to celebrate the small things.
Thanks, Kim. Why don't moms celebrate themselves enough? I know for me, I've always been better at celebrating everyone else, but not myself. And I think I can see that for many moms. And if we think about entrepreneurs also, we're in that same boat. I can see a lot of entrepreneurs really good at celebrating so many other people, but not always themselves. And I think it's because we tend to move from one thing to the next without pausing to acknowledge the growth that we have. I think celebrating isn't always about the big moments, but it's about noticing what counts, especially the small wins. Like showing up, like getting through a hard day and taking one step forward. A lot of us can find ourselves usually, the saying, one step forward, two steps back, but not celebrating that we got a step forward because we're so worried about the steps backwards. Because even those small moments, they matter. If we're not pausing to celebrate, we're missing the proof that we're growing. So in what way can you, one, pause today to celebrate, even if it's something small, or two, start to recognize those future wins that should be celebrated too? Back to you in the GME studio.
I love that, Jillo. And I like what you said at the beginning of the show too, which was celebration is less about confetti and more about conscious recognition.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're spot on.
I think it's super helpful for entrepreneurs when they become parents because we have to celebrate small things with our kids. And then we're like, oh, we could celebrate something small for our businesses too, because there are our babies also. So it helped me figure that out in honoring some celebrations that I might not have thought about before.
I love it. Well, I want to talk about your book real quick. I think it's very important that everybody know that you really took a leap here. And this is a huge win, by the way, but it didn't come as a huge win. It came as 1,000 tiny wins.
It definitely did.
Yeah. It was all of those things you did to publish your book. It is Mama Outspoken. If you can get it on Amazon, you can get it on mamaoutspoken.com. But Jill, I am so proud of you for celebrating those wins along the way, because I think that keeps you from stopping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's you could easily quit at any point because you were learning, but when you celebrate each chapter and sometimes each paragraph, look what you accomplished.
Definitely. There was a lot of celebrating little design pieces because the creativity was the hardest part, I think. But but yeah, no, it was very much a big celebration for me to put that out.
I think it's just as important to make space for the wins that haven't happened yet. Let me say that. That's one of the reasons we love our vision board party. That is an important piece of like our community and how we do things. It's a place to honor what you've already done and get really intentional about the goals you want to be celebrating next.
Yes, and I am sorry, I got lost for right there. But our next vision board party is coming up July 29th. It's at 10 a.m. Mountain, 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern. Unfortunately, I will not be there this time, but Kim, you are very much a beautiful replacement for me as the hostess, and I'm so excited that you'll be taking my place this time. So if you are interested in seeing what building a vision board is all about, especially on the quarterly aspect, we invite you to come join us in the My Sexy Business community. So that way you can be a part of this celebrating of your wins also. Kim will be hosting. There'll be a bunch of people that will be there from the Roving Reporter lineup also. So you'll see some familiar faces if you've been watching the show for a while. And it is a great place to really celebrate what you're thinking about doing and what you've already accomplished.
Oh, I agree, Jill. And I want to make one correction. I will not be replacing Jill Olish. I will be filling in for. Let's be very clear about that. But, celebrate means pausing long enough to notice what's actually going well. And I believe slowing down to really look at what you want for your life, for your business, for you, is where we are setting ourselves up to celebrate a life well lived. Part of our process is doing a vision board and updating it quarterly. And that's exactly what Jill is talking about. It's such a sexy practice. And we want you to come and be with us.
Yeah. And that's what I love about the vision board party. It's not just about, the old school way of cutting up pictures and pasting them on a board, but we get to start to see the things that we do want to do next. And every time we do, there's at least one moment where we all say, oh, wow, I've come farther than I thought.
Noticing your wins, trains your brain to keep creating them, I think.
Mm-hmm. So as you can probably tell around here, we believe you deserve to be part of the celebration, not just your to-do list. So that ties perfectly, I think, into our next segment with Yvonne Marchese and her entrepreneurship later in life segment. She's asking a very powerful question here. When was the last time you actually celebrated you?
Thanks, Kim. This is Yvonne Marchese, your resident age agitator, here to talk about later in life entrepreneurship. Let me ask you something. When did you last stop to celebrate yourself? Not the big launch, not hitting some massive revenue goal. I mean the small stuff. You posted consistently for a month. You had a hard conversation with a client and handled it with grace. Yay! You showed up even when you didn't feel like it. Yes! Later in life, we've been conditioned to minimize our wins. We're used to just moving on to the next thing. But celebration isn't frivolous. It's fuel. When you acknowledge what's working, you reinforce the behaviors that got you there. So before you move on to your next goal, pause, name one win from this week, write it down, tell someone, let it count, because it does. That's all for now. Back to you in the GME studio.
Oh my goodness. So make celebration a habit, y'all, and progress stops feeling accidental.
Yeah, I think Yvonne is igniting a fire for those who are later in life with the celebrating that she does of lifting others up to share about their stories too. And she does that so well, not just here in Roving Reporter videos that you get to see every week, but also in her podcast, the Late Bloomer Living podcast, where she really gets down into great conversations with others who are later in life and building businesses and gets to put them on the spotlight of how are you doing? How did you get here? And really showcase some really awesome celebrations with them.
I love it. So Yvonne isn't skipping celebration because that quietly teaches you that your effort doesn't matter if you skip it. She's on a break right now because she understands her podcast matters a lot, y'all, and is making a huge impact. We're so proud of her and think her podcast is binge-worthy. And you should go follow the Late Bloomer Living podcast right now. Well, after the show, go and follow the Late Bloomer Living show because you will be inspired by Yvonne.
Mm-hmm, definitely. And once you start celebrating who you are, it changes how you see your journey. I think Yvonne does a very great job of showing us that too in her podcast. But those moments that might feel no big deal are actually markers that you've moved forward. Mm-hmm. And in the entertainment world, they understand milestones in a unique way. Our next Roving Reporter, Adam Rothenberg, with the Entrepreneurs and Entertainment segment, is talking about how big and small celebrations can keep you moving, keep you going, from his interview with Karen Mason.
Thanks, Kim. It's Adam. And for today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment, I wanted to spotlight my recent 2026 interview with cabaret star and Broadway actress Karen Mason, who has been seen in such shows as Mamma Mia and Sunset Boulevard. This past March, Karen turned 75 years old, and to celebrate this milestone birthday, she created a new cabaret show called Broadway Baby, where she sang songs from her illustrious career. In this interview, I love how Karen talked about creating a show honoring this special time in her life and the people who have helped her along the way. There are so many ways you can celebrate your own achievements in your business. You don't have to create a cabaret show, but you can post a picture or video on social media, or you can treat yourself to a nice meal. However you decide to celebrate, I hope you take the time to do so, because it will remind you about how far you've come and hopefully give you the encouragement to keep going. And that is today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment. It's back to you in the GME studio.
I love it. Well, we believe milestones only matter if you stop and mark the moment. So Adam has reached some enormous milestones with his celebrity interviews, including writing an amazing book, y'all, that is both easy to read, but also full of actual memorabilia, from his illustrious career as a celebrity interviewer for over 17 years. Adam, I am so proud of you. I'm just going to put the shout out there. I'm so proud of you because this book is full, just absolutely overflowing with amazing moments and amazing humans.
I love how he mentioned that, you don't have to go as far as Karen did and write and produce a whole cabaret. You don't have to go as far as a lot of us do with producing a whole book every time you hit a milestone, but you might want to, because we get addicted to that. And we look forward to hearing more from Adam about this book and all that he shares and what he hasn't shared yet. So I know there's
it's
more
called Behind the Curtains. You can get it on Amazon or callmeadam.com, either one. It's a great book. I have my own copy, I'll just say.
So do I. And it's such a great read. Oh, love it. But of course, none of those milestones happen without one thing we often ignore: our bodies. We celebrate revenue, followers, and projects, but what about the body that carries it all? Our next segment with Kat Corchado is Health and Wellness for Entrepreneurs, and she is challenging us to celebrate our bodies like we do our businesses.
Thanks, Kim. Good morning, everyone. Before you open your laptop or touch your to-do list, pause and celebrate something we almost always ignore: our body. We celebrate revenue, clients, launches, but none of that happens without the one asset you wake up with every single day: your body. So I'm going to ask you this question. If you treated your business the way you treated your body, would it survive? You schedule launches with precision. You obsess over customer experience. You track every conversion. But when was the last time you scheduled sleep like a meeting that can't be moved? You celebrated a glass of water like a small win. Treated a walk outside as non-negotiable CEO time. Your body isn't a side project. It's your operating system. Here's the thought to carry with you. What if your next level isn't a new strategy, but in the way you honor the body that's building it? Remember, you're just not building a business. You're building a body that will get you there and enjoy it. Back to you in the GME studio.
I love how Kat teaches us that when we celebrate, we honor our progress instead of rushing past it, because I think that's our habit.
Mm-hmm. My favorite thing she said was about our non-negotiable CEO strategy and what is it that we can do to help with our bodies and implement that so we're taking care of ourselves, because if we don't have a body to take care of, then we don't have a business to take care of, right?
That's right. And So Kat has created something that I think is the starting point, is what I'm going to call it. And it's an 11-minute fitness challenge that she does. I'm going to say periodically because it's on a schedule. You can go and find out when the next one's coming. But I think it's really important that you start moving so that you have something to celebrate. And so you feel better. Kat's whole philosophy is everybody has the right to feel good in their body. And I'm very excited that, I get to celebrate with Kat often in those workouts. So celebration is gratitude and action. And I am celebrating today and every day that Kat got me moving after I had a serious illness. I love her 11-minute fitness challenge and being part of her Fit for Life Alliance community. She is such an inspiration.
And you can go sign up for the next 11-minute fitness challenge at her website, smallspacepilates.com, and join some more friendly faces that you might see there in their 11 minutes of getting together with her.
Let me know you're coming so it'll motivate me to come too. Like
Exactly. What we do together, we're all more willing to do, right?
That's right. That's right.
Well, talking about how we celebrate and care for our bodies really shines a light on something else: how we spend our time and energy. If everything in your business feels like it's one big messy pile, it's really hard to see what's working and what's worth celebrating. That's why we love the Buckets and Boom Gates podcast. It's all about protecting your time, money, and bandwidth so you can actually notice your progress.
I'm excited, Jillo, for like all that we have accomplished together, because it is a together thing again for the podcast, because buckets are how we break things down. Boom gates are how we like either view something in front of us or something we need to put down to protect us. One of the two. So when you celebrate, you turn small steps into real momentum. And I believe all the small steps we share on BBG are important. We make confessions all the time and hope to help you not make our mistakes. And even if you do, you're in good company with us.
Well, if you've been craving more celebration and less chaos in your business, go check out Buckets and Boom Gates podcast after today's show.
Yeah, after. We want to make sure that you say after. So you are tuning into Good Morning Entrepreneurs, show number 148. Today's theme is celebrate, if you haven't figured that out. If you want to connect with the roving reporters, head over to mysexybusiness.com and look for the GME tile on the front page. And then when you go there, you'll find a big red button that takes you to the roving reporter directory. So it's amazing how much willingness and how much generosity is in this community and in this, roving reporter lineup. I like how you said that, Jill, because everybody is so kind about connecting. We like the connections. So I want to remind everyone, though, that what you celebrate, our theme, you reinforce. So what do you want more of, y'all? Whatever it is you want more of, that's what you need to celebrate. So
we've been talking all about celebrate today. And I know for a lot of entrepreneurs listening, that can feel a little out of reach when things are moving slower than you hoped. So for our question of the week, we're taking this head on. A lot of you have been asking some version of this. How do I keep from getting discouraged when I'm not seeing results as fast as I want?
So I think this is common for every single entrepreneur on the planet. We always want whatever it is faster. Like that is just us as humans, I think. But Jill, I'm going to take the spicy, not sassy route for this question. And I'd like it if you all would leave that slide up, because I want everybody to know what we're talking about. But be honest with yourself. This is the first thing. Are your expectations and your effort matching up? So I know I have caused myself to have doubts because of unrealistic expectations plenty of times. I'll give you an example. There are a lot of I'm going to say fake people out there saying you can make $1 million by the weekend. Well, unless you have things already set up, that is not what's going to happen as an entrepreneur. So I want to encourage you not to listen to nonsense out there. That is creepy marketing. They're trying to get you to buy something is why they say that. I have to check my own self to make sure that I am matching the effort I am putting out with my expectation. So am I doing tasky, less important things, or am I following up with clients? Am I building new relationships? Or am I procrastinating, guilty because of fears or lack of confidence? I'm guilty of all of this. I just want you to know you're still in good company. But I think getting honest and then practicing the things that will actually get the biggest results is a very important thing.
Mm-hmm. And if you're not seeing results as fast as you want, it's really easy to get discouraged, but you're not the only one feeling that way. I think every entrepreneur has felt that way at some point in their adventure. One thing that's helped me along the way, and that might help you, is to simplify our goals. Keep them small, like we talked about in the beginning, making tiny things a big deal. Did we show up, respond to a comment, answer an email? We can celebrate that as progress. Also, start collecting proof. We've talked about evidence files in the past, and not just for the big wins, but for, celebrate list and keeping some evidence of what you've done along the way. And don't keep it to yourself. Share it with others. Talk about what you've been able to accomplish with someone else. Share your wins and your not yet moments with other entrepreneurs, so you can borrow a little belief when yours feels a little low. But it gets a lot easier to keep going while the bigger results are catching up.
Oh, yeah. Evidence makes it easier, no matter what. So remember, celebration is how you tell yourself, I'm proud of this thing I'm building, and the lives I'm impacting matter, and what you are doing matters, sweet watcher. You got to remember, you're building a business with intention. It matters.
Mm-hmm. If you want a really practical way to feel that momentum again, one of the best places is to start by celebrating the people you serve. Sometimes the spark comes back when you stop staring at your numbers and start surprising and delighting your clients in small, intentional ways. Our next roving reporter, Donna Bender, is going to walk us through exactly that in her segment, Surprise and Delight Marketing, and show us how simple celebrations can turn ordinary business moments into unforgettable ones.
Thanks, Kim. This is Donna Bender coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's Surprise and Delight Marketing segment is on showing appreciation to your clients and your employees to build relationships. In the middle of deadlines and launches and endless to-do lists, it's easy to treat relationships like transactions. But the businesses that stand out are the ones that pause to say, you matter to us, in a way people can really feel. One powerful way is to do that with a thoughtful gift. And here I'm highlighting a branded wooden gift box filled with gourmet treats. It's substantial, it's beautifully presented, and every detail quietly reinforces a brand while saying thank you. And when you give food gifts, make sure it has something with your brand or logo on it, so when the food is gone, you are still remembered. Imagine sending this to a loyal client to celebrate a big win or surprising your employees in the middle of a tough project. It turns an ordinary day into an extraordinary moment that deepens connection and loyalty. So as you plan your next quarter, don't just focus on revenue goals, build in ways to surprise and delight the people who make those goals possible. A small intentional gesture can have a huge impact on how people feel about you and your brand. Back to you at the GME studio.
I love learning more about how one can feel so good after celebrating someone else. Because I know I feel good after being gifted something very special from someone who appreciates my service, my business and things that I've worked with others for. So it's so special to be able to incorporate that into your own business.
Well, I want to say she does a great job of the big show and tell, Jill. So the big show and tell is her, quarterly show, and it is a show. She does a lot of things in there. She dresses up in costumes. She makes it fun, but you learn strategy of how to really show that appreciation in a beautiful way and in a way that is lasting. So the next one is coming up, I want to say July 28th, 2026. And you can head over to her YouTube channel at Donna Bender Giving and subscribe so you get notified of, her showing. She shows gifts, she shows branded products, she shows all kinds of things, but she talks about the strategy of, if we are appreciative, which we should be for those clients and people, that should be an important part of what we do to tell them. We should tell them. So you don't need a party to celebrate them. You just need to pay attention and show how much you appreciate them, whether they're your clients, your customers, your employees, your team, whoever it is. Don't keep that to yourself. Tell them, show them.
You're so right, Kim. And Donna just gave us such a practical picture of what it looks like to celebrate people in small, intentional ways. And that's exactly what we're doing inside the My Sexy Business community too. We're celebrating in the community at our next community roundtable conversation on Friday, July 31st, hosted by Donna Bender herself. This time we're talking about lecturing versus edutainment, what Donna is especially very good at in the Big Show and Tell. How to stop preaching at your audience and start engaging them in a way that feels fun and memorable. We'll be gathering inside the My Sexy Business community online at 8 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. If you've been wanting a place to talk about this stuff in real time and celebrate with other entrepreneurs, this is your invitation to join us.
If you're a member of the community, you have a seat at the round table, so you can add to the conversation too. We're not just asking you to come and watch. Mm-hmm. Your opinions are valuable to us, and we want to hear what you have to say. So come and speak up, we'll say.
Love it. All of these celebrations on the inside and in our relationships are powerful, but there's another place they can keep working for you. That's online. Many entrepreneurs let their wins show up once and then they disappear. Our next segment our next roving reporter with this segment helping entrepreneurs be found online, Denise Millay is reporting, is going to show us how we can celebrate our milestones in a way that also helps our SEO.
Thanks, Kim and team. Let's talk about something fun, celebrations that actually help your SEO. Most of us celebrate big moments in our business, new product launches, anniversaries, hitting a client milestone, but we treat them like one-day events on social media. From an SEO perspective, that's a missed opportunity. Here's a simple way to turn every celebration into search-friendly content. First, pick the milestone you're celebrating. An anniversary, a 100th client, a new program, or a rebrand. Second, create a milestone page on your site instead of just a social post. Think of it like a mini landing page that answers 3 questions. What are you celebrating? Why does it matter for your customers? And what's the next step if you want to be part of this story? Then use specific phrases people might actually search for in the text. Launched our new type of program, and then who it's for. Helped 100 type of clients reach this result. Then third, connect everything back to that page. Your email, your social post, your live stream, even your stories all point to this single URL. Over time, milestone pages become a visible timeline of growth and your results. They show search engines that your business is active, evolving, and consistently helping people. So next time you celebrate a big moment, don't let it disappear in a 24-hour story. Turn that celebration into a permanent page that keeps bringing in long traffic long after the party's over. Back to you in the GME studio.
I've learned so much from Denise.
This is a brilliant strategy, and I love how she connects all the pieces. Like, it's not just us showing off that we've reached some kind of milestone, but what it actually means for who is visiting our sites too, and giving that information. So Denise has some amazing strategy behind SEO, and she does that so well on her podcast, SEO Day. And she collects questions from listeners, from entrepreneurs about SEO, and presents answers. There's only a few each episode. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 5 in the episode. So it's very digestible, something you can start implementing right away. And Kim, you're on there with her doing this.
I am. And Jill, did you hear I got promoted on the podcast?
I did not. So I'm excited to know about this now.
Well, you'll have to listen to find out my new title. It's official, an official title. I got promoted. So the podcast is still in the greatest format. So the listeners can implement their SEO strategies every Tuesday. We always have to say it funny. So make Tuesdays your SEO day and join us. The podcast drops every Tuesday and we have so much fun. But I do want everybody to acknowledge my new title. I think it's important.
I can't wait to go listen and find out. And Denise is in season 2 now of SEO Day, and find it on your favorite podcatcher and go subscribe so you can get the next issue, the next episode out, and sit down and work with her on your computer that day.
Yes, it will make a huge difference.
Yeah. Well, once you start celebrating your progress, your health, your relationships, and even your online presence, something shifts. Entrepreneurs start to feel less like survival and more like a mission. To bring that home, we are sharing Military Minute with Kat Corchado, sponsored by the Sisters in Service podcast. Today's focus is Mission Possible, entrepreneurship.
Being a military veteran, what was the moment you realized entrepreneurship was the next mission for you?
I didn't. I went through a lot of phases shortly after getting out of the military. And even though I sold all kinds of stuff, I just said, "You want to buy my stuff?" They go, "No." I go, "Okay." I was never passionate about anything until I got very serious about building my business, or even starting a business, was when I got into the My Sexy business community.
Thank you, Kat.
Oh, I appreciate Kat's honesty. Every time she brings us something from this segment, it really makes it very powerful. And passion is what makes entrepreneurship possible. But passion alone doesn't fix the parts of business that feel heavy, like your website. That's why I love Website Royalty Town Hall. Kim and Denise, they take something that can feel overwhelming and make it feel possible again, one simple question at a time. Let's take a moment, Kim, if you could, to help us celebrate our passion and progress with a quick word about Website Royalty Town Hall.
I think the simplest thing to tell you is, if you have questions, come. It is a weekly live stream Thursdays, 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. We really do understand what being overwhelmed feels like, and that's what we're trying to cure. We're trying to cure that ill of, people stopping doing business because of tech reasons. Mm-hmm. We don't want that for you. We want you to go on and celebrate your progress and do amazing things. So that's why we're there.
Love it. It's super helpful. It's free because it's right on YouTube or wherever you're watching the live stream from. And you get really helpful information. And sometimes you're getting it right alongside the first time that Kim and Denise are learning about it too. So it's fun to tune into that and really get some insider information. Okay, so we have talked about making your website feel possible again. There's one more place we want to lighten things up before we close the show today. The language of business itself. Our last segment is Princess Speak. It's a simple business language we use every day for entrepreneurs and business owners inside the My Sexy Business community, where we take the heavy business jargon and make it easy to understand. So there's one less heavy thing in your business. So we're going to go into Princess Speak, which is sponsored by the My Sexy Business team and community.
Welcome to Princess Speak, where we translate what the heck does that mean into, oh, I've got this, for entrepreneurs and business owners on the daily. Today's word is heartaholic. A heartaholic is someone who is addicted to working hard, constantly pushing themselves and overloading their schedule, often at the expense of rest, well-being, and genuine enjoyment. They rely on busyness and effort to feel worthy or successful, even when it leads to stress, burnout, or disconnection from what actually matters. Does this sound like someone you know? I am Kim White, and this was Princess Speak, turning into handled. Keep your words simple, your message clear, and build that business like you mean it. Well, as you heard, today's word is heartaholic, and I confess I am a recovering heartaholic. Jill, what do you think of when you hear that word?
I hear like you're calling me out on being a heartaholic. There is still time that I'm trying to get myself out of being in that rut of being a heartaholic and wanting to do things the way I thought was the right way or the easy way when I don't want to listen to others. And what I love is that entrepreneurship challenges me to get out of that rut and to learn things in a different way and to listen to what others might have to say about something. So I'm right there alongside you in recovery.
Love it.
And I'm going to say I'm on the threshold all the time. So I step in, I step out. I'm heartaholic today. I'm just calm the next day. And I don't know if I'll ever be cured. I think I'll constantly be in recovery because it's just what I've grown up with for a lot of years, and it's very hard to reprogram. But I do understand and have more awareness about it now. It doesn't always trigger like the day of, but I don't get 7 days down the road and feel like I should have figured it out Monday. I get to Tuesday and say, well, Monday was not a good day. Don't do it again on Tuesday. So I'm doing all right.
And I have to like poke my little opinion in here. I love that you all have on your celebration hats. Somebody sitting in this chair with the red shirt on forgot their celebration thing. So thank you for honoring the celebrate, even if I forgot. And Adam, what do you think when you hear heartaholic?
Yes, but I don't have a party hat either, Kim. I just have my crown as well. So I'm with you on the celebrate. I do feel like there are times I am definitely a heartaholic, so I understand what everybody's saying. I'm actually feel like I'm in the middle of a project where I have been accused of being a heartaholic, and I have been questioned as to whether or not I should be doing it. But I know in the end, when I'm done with it, it will be totally worth it. So I would say most of the time I try not to be a heartaholic, but in this instance, all of this hard work that I am doing for it, this one particular project is going to be worth it. Yeah. And then the person who has accused me of being a heartaholic, I will have the last laugh when it's all perfect.
What?
Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Can I add one thing before we move on to our next step? I feel like as entrepreneurs, we end up teaching ourselves a lot of things or learning something new for the first time that we've set into one way of doing something. And it's not until we joined other entrepreneurs, either by showing up to here at Good Morning Entrepreneurs or to a community where someone introduces us to something different of doing like a different way of doing that. And that's when we realize that we've like are in that heartaholic state. So if you haven't realized it yet, you might want to ask around and see if there is an easier or simpler way of doing something that you might be finding yourself stuck in a hard spot of doing.
And as much as we love other people who teach things, a lot of times you got to make sure they actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that because I have, I'll just say searched for answers and watched a lot of videos for certain things and realized they did not even know what they were talking about. And I was trying to implement something that was broken to begin with. So I love that you brought that up, Jill.
There's sometimes an easier way. You're not alone in being a heartaholic.
Yes. Yes.
Well, we do want to get to what we have been waiting this whole entire show for, is that lovely challenge that we'll have at the end. So Kim, do you have a sexy challenge for us this week?
I do, and I can't wait to share it. So the sexy challenge this week is there we go. We needed the drum roll, y'all. I'm just going to say that. So before we wrap up GME today, I hope you guys have had fun with us and I hope you have celebrated with us. But I've got a simple challenge for you. I think we need to talk about growth goals, but today I want you actually to celebrate what's going well. I call this the 3x3 celebration challenge, and it's just for the next 24 hours, this challenge, so don't fear, it's long term, but try this. Step 1 is write down 3 wins from this week. They can be big or tiny. If it moved you forward, it counts. Step 2, send 1 message to celebrate someone else. Not you bragging on what you did, but celebrate what they did. Text or DM or email somebody and say, hey, I noticed you did this recently. That was awesome. You may open a door you don't even realize. Step 3, choose 1 tiny way to celebrate yourself today. Could be a walk, favorite snack, a quiet coffee, blasting your favorite song. That would be my favorite. Anything that says to yourself, this counts. So that's it. 3 wins, 1 message, 1 tiny celebration. Do it today, not someday. We always hear about today, y'all. Be present. If you want some extra accountability, screenshot your 3 wins, post it, and tag any of us so we can celebrate with you. All right, that's your challenge. Go celebrate what's already working, and I'll see you in the next GME. We love y'all, and don't forget to follow the show. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.